Good morning and welcome back to another episode of JJ's BBQ. Today I'm here with my partner Jared and we're working on a brisket for you. Well, first off, we bought a packer brisket and we trimmed the cap off so that we can use it in another video for another project. We're going to start by having Jared here show you and explain why he's trimming and how he's trimming the brisket flat.
Okay, so what we want to do is just, a lot of people do it a little different, but we like to take most fat off because that's what works for our families. So let's go through, just trimming real easy so you don't take any meat off. And just kind of watch as you're going, so you can see how much of the fat you're taking off. You can take a little bit or as much as you want at a time, but if you take off too much at one time, then you'll get into the meat. Juiciness of the meat is it renders down and kind of melts through the meat because the brisket is a super grainy meat. So
now that he's about done trimming the brisket, I'm going to talk to you about some of these seasoning products you see in front of us. These are the three products from JJsseasonings.com. On the right we have the sweet heat, on the front we have the sweet rub, and in the back we have what they call gunpowder, which is garlic, salt, and pepper. The sweet rub and the sweet heat are both preservative, MSG, and filler free. You can read all of the ingredients on the label. And they're very similar flavor profile, with one having some heat, not quite to the level of jalapeno. The gunpowder is just garlic, salt, and pepper. Now, any one of these seasonings alone would work on this brisket. We've found over time that we kind of like to blend them, put a little sweet heat on the bottom so you get just a touch of heat, put the sweet rub on top for the caramelization, and since the sweet and the sweet heat are sugar based, there isn't a lot of salt. And big pieces of red meat like this need a little salt, and that's where the gunpowder comes in to give you your garlic, salt, and pepper. Since he's just about done here, when he gets it done, we're going to put a little binder on it, a little olive oil, and then we're going to season it up. Just because I don't want to clean up dishes, we're using a spray-on olive oil. And we're going to put sweet heat on the bottom. And it's okay to use the sweets, heat or regular, liberally, because they are sugar-based and they won't over-salt the meat. Flip that over and hit it with some more olive oil and at this point, we're going to put a light dusting of gunpowder on the top to give it that salt, garlic, and pepper. And we're going to come over top of that with a heavy dose of sweet rub. Now that this is ready, we're going to get the trigger fired up to 200 degrees. We're going to put it in there until the meat reaches an internal temperature of 160, and then we're going to wrap it. We're going to skip that showing the actual video of that step just for time constraints. We're going to go put it in and we'll show you when we pull it out to wrap it. So we'll see you in a while. Okay, it's been a few hours. Brisket's up to temperature that we want to wrap it. I do it a little different than most people. We like to put it in a foil pan, put some beef broth over top of it, and cover it with foil and take it up to 203 degrees afterwards. Let's have a look at it. Looks pretty tasty so far. Those beef. A little bit of loving right there.
a little bit of good Wyoming wind.
We'll see you in a little bit. And we're back. JJ's BBQ to show you the final product of our nice brisket.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
Oh, the famous unveiling.
I don't know, but that looks pretty tasty to me. We're gonna take her in the house, let her rest just a little bit, slice it up, and have some supper. Have a good evening.